Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
I am the owner of this company, DJ Ballpen Company. Today I would like to discuss about Ballpen Company. I am presenting our company to you. Ballpen point pen, like different types of pens available in this slide. A ballpen point pen works actually the same way like an antiperspirant roll on. The ball is held in socket and the back of the ball is exposed to the liquid so it can transfer from the inside to the outside. The ball fits into the socket with just enough space to move freely. How many pieces has the pyrobic balls of tungsten carbide? Support the ball made of brass or bronze, pieces of vegetable, tube of polypropylene, ink slightly thin with wet dry on paper, top of propylene, barrel of transport propylene, cup of propylene. Manufacturing process. The basic steps included in this slide: ink compounding, metal component formation, plastic component modeling, pieces assembly, packaging, labeling, shipping. The whole are is this process is performed in a highly technology plant with high speed machines. Pens can go from raw materials to finished product in less than 5 minutes. Can you please play? There are different types of pens available in this slide. We make different types of pen like Goldex, Cello, which is perfect series. Like an example of the preceding in the manufacturing process is how to achieve the highly resistant ball. The tungsten carbide balls are first hardened in an oven by heat, and then the balls are put between two flat diamond surfaces during the 60 hours of work to become a perfect series. 100% of the balls are checked by line inspectors for roundness and resistance. Dimensions 1 and 0.5 millimeter of diameter with an accuracy of 1/10 of a micron, and allow much harden the steel. Tungsten carbide, an inorganic chemical compound containing equal parts of tungsten and carbide atoms. Why this pen has had such success? Because it's simple and perfect design. It has hexagonal shape to avoid go round to the table or other surfaces. It transferred polystyrene barrel so the ink level. A tiny hole drilled in the barrel's body keeps the same air process both inside and outside the paint. The thin ink is pulled down by gravity and a capillary action from a tube to the ball of the tip. It propelling cap clip has a small hole to prevent children from soaking into the pot. There are there are 10 policy from our company for employees working at our company. Employee first of all, employee's position description. Define the role of every employee, including their level of responsibility, amount of authority for decision making, overarching goals, and speaking tasks, specific tasks. Also create methods for monitoring performance and developing employees through training. Second one is personal policies. Clearly state business hours, terms of employment, hearing and termination, wages and or salary or bonus, if insurance and health benefits, unpaid vacation days, sick leave and retirement. Technology. Technology. Establish what are acceptable and what are not regards to internet, email and social media uses for personal purposes at work. White paper. Achieving efficient policy management for customers doing business with your company. Privacy. Protect employees, the companies and your customers by establishing a policy that encourages transparency and trust with your customers. Credit. Determine the terms of opening an account and building good credit with your company. Set an acceptable amount of time or payment and establish consequences when payment is overhead or not received. Last one is confidentially. Protect sensitive information and be sure to cover relationship with vendors, customers, and other suppliers. WHS policy for new employee. No order to ensure that an efficient WHS system is developed, it is important the policy and procedures are developed on the following factors, like is first of all control of risk, contractor and employees duty of care, health and safety committees and representatives, inspection, manual lifting. Control of risk. The process of control risk can be done into various parts such as like establishing the contact, identifying the risk, analyzing the risk, evaluating risk, threatening risk. Contrast and employees duty of care. A work is broadly defined as a person who carries out a work in any capacity for a PCDU. This includes employee outworks, apprentices, trained students gain to work experience, volunteers, contractors, subcontractors, and their employees working for a Commonwealth, non-Commonwealth, licensee business or undertaking. As a worker, while away at work, you have a duty to take reasonable care of for your own health and safety. That's reasonable care that your acts or omissions do not. And safety committees and representatives. First of all, comply with safe work practices with the intent of avoiding injury to themselves and others and damage to plant and equipment. Second one is take reasonable care of the health and safety of themselves and others. Third one is wear personal protective equipment and clothing where necessary. Company with any direction of giving by management for health and safety. Not measure or interference with anything provided for health and safety. Report all accidents and incidents on the job immediately, no matter how trivial. Report all know or observe hazards to their supervisor or manager. Hazards from our company. Hazards is a term associated with a substance that is like would to cause in injury in a given environment or situation. Safety is a simple term means freedom from the occurrence of risk or injury loss. Industrial safety refers to protection of worker from the danger of industrial accidents. Definition: industrial hazards may be defined as the any condition produced by industries that may cause injury or death to personal or loss of product or property. There are 10 types of hazards in our company: chemical hazards, radiation hazards, noise hazards, electric hazards, lighting hazards, vibrating hazards, temperature hazards, biological hazards, ergonomic hazards, and physical hazards. First of all, chemical hazard. A chemical hazard is a type of occupational hazard caused by exposed to chemicals in the workplace. Second one is radiation hazard. Radiation hazards is a ionizing radiation can damage living tissues in the human body. It strips away electrons from atoms, breaks some chemical bonds. Third one is noise hazard. Exposure to workplace noise hazards, high noise level can cause permanent hearing loss that cannot be corrected by surgery or a hearing aid. Fourth one is electronic hazards. An electrical hazards is a dangerous condition where a worker can or does make a electronic contact with energized equipment or a conductor. From that contact, the person may sustain an injury from shock, and there is a potential for a worker to receive an arc flash, electric expansion, burn, and thermal burn or blast injury. Lighting hazards. Positive lighting is a particularly dangerous because it's a frequently streaks away from the rain cloud, either ahead or behind the thunderstorm. It can streak as a for a 5 or 10 million miles. Vibration hazard. Vibration means rapid movement to and fro or oscillating oscillating movement. Mechanical vibration at work can expose workers to hand arm vibration. Temperature hazards. Very high or low workplace temperatures, you may require specific advice for your workplace. If you are working in a very high or low temperatures, for example, on heat stress, dehydration, or cold stress, this is particularly relevant when working in temperature extremes. Biological hazards. Biological hazards is also known as biohazards, refers to biological substances that pose a threat to the health of living organisms, primarily that of humans. This can include samples of microorganism, virus or toxin that can affect human health. Thank you.